can't find nothing on the radio.
You ready, Steve?
Welcome to Songology. He's Bruce.
He's Richard.
And this is another episode from our Song of the Day archives.
Enjoy.
Welcome back, Bruce. This week we've been looking at the history of rock and roll. How are we going to wrap up the week?
Well, we started the week with power and Link Wray, the invention of the power chord. And so I thought a nice bookend for that when you're talking about electric guitar music is speed. And where does all the speed come from? Well, it comes from a lot of places. But one of the most significant people who ever picked up a guitar and played it really, really fast was the king of surf guitar himself, Dick Dale. Now, Dick Dale was a real pioneer of surf music. He liked the music fast. He liked it distorted. He was one of the people who spent time working with Fender, the guitar company, to come up with the first 100-watt guitar amplifier. So he liked it loud as well. Very influential in terms of his style, his showmanship, and so forth. People like Jimi Hendrix and Eddie Van Halen have spoken of how they admired Dick Dale. There is a really cool YouTube video available of Dick Dale and Stevie Ray Vaughan playing the Ventures Pipeline out on YouTube somewhere. You can look that up. Dick Dale was a kid originally from Boston. He started playing the guitar, started the piano when he was about 9. Moved to the guitar after teaching himself the ukulele. Really, the guy that he was most admiring when he was a very young man was Hank Williams. He wanted to be a cowboy singer, and he got himself a plastic ukulele for $6 and taught himself to play, reading the instruction book that came along with it.
I see a trend here. This is another person who started out with the ukulele.
Well, you got to start somewhere, right? Why not the ukulele? So he learned the guitar and got really, really good, really, really fast. He himself was a surfer, and he said in interviews that he wanted the music that he was making to reflect the sounds that he heard in his mind while he was surfing. Now, oddly enough, the song that we're about to hear was invented by Dick Dale. Not so much invented by Dick Dale, but this version was invented on a bet. The song is called Miserlou. It is a very old song. Originally, it's a Greek song. It goes back traced back as far as the 20s. It's very strongly influenced by Middle Eastern music. Dick Dale's father was actually born in Beirut in Lebanon, and Dick spent a lot of time listening to his father and his uncles play Middle Eastern music. So on one occasion, when in 1962, Dale was at a performance and a young fan challenged him, said, "I bet you can't play a song on only one string." Now, Dale was not a guy to turn down a challenge, and he remembered seeing his uncle play Miserlou on one string of an instrument called the oud. Now, the oud, if I'm pronouncing that, that might not be, is that kind of odd-looking pear-shaped guitar. It's not really a mandolin. It's kind of pear-shaped, doesn't have any frets. Very, very old Arabic stringed instrument and the forerunner of the guitar. Well, Dick Dale's uncle played the oud and played this song on one string of the oud. And so Dick Dale took up the challenge, played the song, quite liked it, added the arrangement, and came up with the song that we're going to hear. The song you also may recognize was used by Quentin Tarantino in the movie Pulp Fiction, among other places. So here to end the week in our guitar odyssey, so to speak, is Dick Dale with Miserlou.
And thank you, Bruce. Another educational week here. We're doing our best to prevent the Justin Biebers of the future, and looking forward to next week. Of course, I have to stop it right there while we work out the fair use rules on YouTube. Guitar Week is where Song of the Day really took off, as Bruce delved into the details of how the electric guitar moved into and changed rock and roll. I hope you enjoy Guitar Week. Bruce has many more fascinating details behind the songs, the musicians, and the instruments of rock and roll. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe. You can visit us on Facebook, and we have our website, songology.ca. Now you have the chance to listen to the full song or move on to the next episode.